This is Rot 10. Cheers and welcome. I've got to tell you, folks, I do not know. I don't know how to reconcile what Disney has done to Star Wars in this Mandalorian show. I'm so torn apart by it, and I need your help to figure this out. I really do. I need your help. Because Disney has systematically, brutally, ruthlessly ripped apart something that I hold dear. And now they seem to be throwing some peace offerings on the. They're like, here, well, this is good, right? This is okay. This can make up for it. Can it? And I just don't know. What was done to Luke Skywalker in the last... What was done to this entire franchise in The Last Jedi? Luke Skywalker primarily, but the whole thing was so brutal. Was so violent. It felt like a targeted surgical attack against everything Star Wars. You know, we've got this guy, the man himself, round head, Rian Johnson, right? Who I feel was he was hired to do exactly what he did. This man he was sold the ticket and he took it because it meant certain privileges would be given to him to make films, in the industry. They had to find someone that was willing to humiliate and desecrate Luke Skywalker. You think that just anybody would have done that? No, they had to find it. They had to find a guy. He had one okay film under his belt, Looper. One okay film. And they handed him the second movie in his Star Wars trilogy and gave him complete freedom, so we're told, to do whatever he wanted. Nobody can take you can't take that seriously. This guy was given a mission. Humiliate Luke Skywalker. Denigrate what Star Wars has been. Do it. And you're going to take the flak. But don't worry. You'll be fine. We're going to take care of you. This is what happened. Rian Johnson he's not a bumbling idiot as much as we'd like to think he is. No, I don't think so. I think he was told exactly what to do and that he would be compensated for his trouble. Mark Hamill told him every step of the way, Luke would never do this. You can't. Why? The fans are going to hate this. Every step of the way. Even in interviews, Mark Hamill was like, I can't understand why you would have my character do that. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. There is no way Rian Johnson didn't know exactly what he was doing. This is my point. He created and set up and fulfilled scenarios that would achieve certain end goals. And I think he was hired to do exactly that. And that's what he did. This was the goal. Why? I don't know. I think it has to do with Lucas owning, like getting some kind of percentage of, OT merchandising or characters, and they wanted it to be dead. Disney wants to own Star Wars outright 100%, no connection to the past. Just completely, they want a new brand of Star Wars that Disney owns completely with no connection. And they hired this guy to shit all over what was. Thinking, man, if we do this and then introduce these new characters, it's just going to transition nice and smooth and easy over to the next. No. Guess what? The Fandom menace happened. Fans weren't having it, which I am so thankful for. Thank you, Fandom Menace. Thank you. Because you've eased my pain. And like I know you've eased so many people's pain through this whole process. But, this was intentional. This wasn't just a guy thinking he was making an okay movie, a good movie, something people would embrace. He knew exactly what this would be and what the kind of fucking hatred that would be put on him. But he was given compensation for that. Trust me. No doubt about it. You got Leia Poppins, like a human being sucked out into space who wasn't even identified, who wasn't even known to be a Jedi, any kind of Jedi, up to this point, other than, the slight idea that, of course, she has some kind of force power. And even if you were a full-on Jedi, is this something you can do? You can just exist in the vacuum of outer space and propel yourself? The absurdity of it just reeks of intentional. It's spitting in the face of Star Wars fans. It is spitting on you. It is absolute disrespect on every level. Everyone knows it. It was a joke from the moment anyone saw it. But hey, it's okay. Because we got Baby Yoda now. Baby Yoda's here. He's gonna make everything okay. He's so damn cute. Look at that fuzz. Look at that little fuzz on his head. Look at those big fucking eyeballs. This is my dilemma, folks. And I really need you to help me with this because I have a deep resounding hatred for what Disney has done to Star Wars. And I know they did it on purpose. I know they didn't just accidentally do it. They didn't just like go, oops, we thought you'd like this. No. They were trying to kill something so they could own it outright. This was business. This was like mob business, right? This was gangster shit. Gangster level shit. And now they're throwing fucking cutie pie in our face and saying, it's okay, right? It's okay. It's Baby Yoda. Don't worry. We got you covered. I really need your help because, I just don't know how to feel. You got, what I love about Nerdrotic is that he's like, I'm not a Star Wars fan. I'm not a fan. I'm done with that shit. Now he's covering Mandalorian objectively as a professional because the guy's a badass. He's covering this on its own merits. But he's like, I'm not a Star Wars fan. That's over. That's dead to me. And I respect that. Maybe that's the way to go. Maybe that is where I need to be. Like, I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I could enjoy this on its own merits, maybe. But there's just something that feels very off about that to me. That's just wrong. Like, either I'm a fan of this shit or I'm not. Either I want to engage it or I don't. And I have to tell you, I'm leaning toward, I don't want to engage this shit. That's what I'm leaning towards because it's so vile what they did. It's so obvious why they did it. Had nothing to do with fans, had nothing to do with telling a good story, had everything to do with just pure, unadulterated greed. And I hate Disney for it. I respect this guy, Nerdrotic, because he's just a badass. Tells it how it is. But I want you to help me. Like, how do I want to enjoy where Star Wars might go. I want to be a part of it. But I'm so bitter. I'm so angry about what was done. So just give me some advice. Help me out here. If you like the vid, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it.